Final act, the ending. Act 4 is always the same. It's 4 floors, linear path. We always start with a campfire, then we go to a store, we go to an elite fight, and then we fight the Curl Tart. We didn't use any of our potions in the last fight. We got a full heal from our self-repair. So, holy cow, that music's loud. So, obviously not a rest. What do we want here? I'm thinking about Go for the Eyes, getting a second week. We take both of these fights are incredibly accelerated. We need to be prepared for the possibility that we need to block or mitigate 60 plus damage on turn 2 in both fights. There's no setup phase. It's go time from the start. So I'm considering Go for the Eyes for a second week, which will help with the Heart's big multi-attack, especially since we've already got a Philosopher's Stone. Cool-headed for one more card draw. Try and speed things up in these first couple turns, but then we need to draw that one specific card in time. Of course, we need to draw that specific card in time. Any specific card in time. There isn't super exciting. Loop, I mean a loop plus is fine, but we'll go for the extra week for Go for the Eyes. Shop, remember we did not buy Frozen Eye for 150 gold last shop. Oh my. Tungsten Rod. Whenever you would lose HP, you lose 1 less HP. The heart, if we got the heart to where it was doing a 1/15, we would take 0 damage. If it was a 2/15, we would only take 15 damage instead of 30. This is an incredible relic. And is almost guaranteed what we take. We're not taking a rebound. No, 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 no. This is not a particularly good card. It looks like it might be good for some sustain, but 1 card, 4 HP, 1 time, it's not good. Chrysalis, shuffle 3 random skills into your draw pile. They cost 0 this turn. This is the skills version of Violence, I think, that we'd seen in previous shops. Same thing again. I kind of like the cards we have. We don't need to be just throwing random cards into our deck. When you play 3 or less cards during your turn, you draw 3 additional cards at the start of your next turn. This is a really good relic. I think Pocket Watch is better here. We have a bunch of energy now, and I don't think Pocket Watch is what we want here. One of the things we do need is card draw, though, to speed up our pace through the deck in these fights. also got a lot of really good cards and a bunch of energy. And I mean, Ori. Upon pickup, you choose and add 5 cards to your deck. This is basically 5 card rewards. Click, we get a choice of 3 cards. We can take one, we can skip. There's 3 pretty good relics here. This can be really good if you've got a hole or 2 in your deck that you late, like if you have a specific hole or 2, you can use that early on when you're just looking for anything to try and cobble something together. This can be a really good relic. This used to be a boss relic. You could only get it after beating one of the act bosses, but earlier this year they moved it to the pool that can show up in shops and took it away from bosses. It's none of those potions. I mean, it has to be tungsten rod here, which leaves us without enough gold to do anything else. I am confident that our deck can win both of these fights, but I'm not confident I'm going to get the cards drawn in the proper order to do so. Defrags and things end up at the bottom of the deck, we're going to be in big trouble. Probably in both fights. Act 4 elites. All the other elite fights have names. We've got Gremlin Knob, Lagavulin, 3 Sentries, Gremlin Leader, Reptomancer, Nemesis. These are just Act 4 elites. They're the only ones that can be here. That's what everybody knows them by. First thing we have here, for the first time in the game, we have an enemy on either side of us. That leads to us being surrounded. We receive 50% more damage if attacked from behind. So this turn, if this guy is hitting us, he'd be hitting for 50% more damage. We need to use targeting cards or potions to change my orientation, which means a card like Go for the Eyes that I click on and then click on a specific enemy, that could turn me. A potion like a fire potion or a weak potion, same thing, where you click on it and then point at a specific enemy, that will turn you. And that's why I wanted to make sure we got here with some attacks. If we get here with just a bunch of cards that could never turn us, we could have this guy hitting for 80 and we can never turn around and do anything about it. They both have an artifact charge. So the eyes doesn't do anything here. I'm 99.9% sure that the 2 weak is a single debuff, so it wouldn't. Yes, it is. The 2 weak is a single debuff, so this would block the 2 weak. We would need to play this again to get the weak on it. This would block 10 weak or whatever. I don't think any of them stack higher than like 5. So this is a good draw. This is the start of what we needed. We've got a 0 attack, 0 cost attack. We've got 2 0 cost skills. So grabbing Bias Cognition here with Seek is one obvious play. We've got a Glacier here to start getting our Frost Orb generation going. This might be Bias Cog and Defrag here. So both of these are on a 3-turn cycle. Sorry, I'm looking at... Okay, so this guy always starts with this attack. It's a 7x2, and it puts some birds in our deck. Starting on turn 2, he's going to use an attack called Skewer, which is 3x10, and then is increased by strength. Or is it? No, it's 10x3. 3 attacks for 10 damage, whichever way that works. And then his next 2 attacks can either be a buff of the team strength or this 7x2 with burns. And then turn 5, he goes back to his Skewer, which is the 10x3. The shield guy, I think he always starts blocking, and then he can have every 3 turns starting from 3, he uses a big attack, which is 34. His next attack can be, I think his next attack is random, because I think he's going to hit us for like 30, and he has the chance to hit us for a big attack too. In general, we want to kill the shield first. He's the one that's buffing team strength. In there. Okay. 11x4. Nice. Okay. That must have been changed by the Ascension 3 Elites are Deadlier. 10x3 must have been at below 3. So here he's attacking us 11 times for 4 damage. An attack like that makes Buffer really problematic, because that could block for a total of 8. So 44. So we've got 66 incoming. So he hits us for 22, 34. But when we play that, we channel... No, we only channel lightning. 34, so that leaves us 12. So we take... That blocks the first 3. Buffer takes 2, so we're taking 20 here. I think Electrodynamic. Oh, we're top. Oh yeah, but tungsten rod helped there. So now he's hitting for 58. He's hitting for 14. So if we turn, he's hitting for 29, and he's hitting for 28. 47. This is much more than 47. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can play all of our cards here. So in that case, aim for the big number. And then we'll turn. Yes. Oh. And he died for that. scales. Alright, so this is fine. Took 25 damage in a super short fight. Letter opener. Every time you play 3 skills in a single turn, we deal 5 damage to all enemies. That's fine. Duplication potion. This turn your next card is played twice. That's fine. It's good. I mean, no, it's a good potion. We could get a double bias cog. We could get a double seek. We could double any of our cards. Still not aggregate. I'm pretty sure it's not beam cell. Beam cell would be another 0 energy attack for proccing orange pellets, which is going to be important in this fight. Applying vulnerable could remove an artifact stack, which would then let us play weak on the heart. Reach. Storm plus innate. Whenever you play a power card, channel 1 lightning. Absolutely not. We can't afford drawing something like this on turn 1. We need to get into our much better stuff much quicker. I don't think that's any of these. To the heart. We'll see Pantograph went off there because he is considered a boss, so we're back to full health. Beat of Death. Every time we play a card, we take 1 damage. The effect of the card is resolved before Beat of Death happens, so if you play a card that gives you block, you get the block and then you lose 1 point off that. If you already have block and play a card that goes against your block, it's not straight HP damage. At this Ascension, he can only lose 300 hit points in 1 turn. At higher Ascension, that goes to 200. You can't one-shot him. When the heart first came out, like day 1, there were at least 1 person who just one-shot the heart in 1 turn. They made that change. Right here, he is going to put a bunch of debuffs on us, all of the standard ones we've seen: weak, frail, vulnerable. And he's also going to put 1 of every status card into our hand: a slimed, a void, a burn, a daze. Every turn, every 1st, 4th, 7th, etc. turns, he does that. Turns 2 and 3, he attacks. He does either a very large base, I want to say 40 attack, 40, I think it's 45, that's then modified by strength and things like vulnerable, and his other attack is a 2x15. We don't know which one's going to happen until it shows up, and there's no relevance between 2 and 3 and 5 and 6. If he starts this one with the multi-attack, that means nothing for the it means he's going to big hit us the next turn, he's going to debuff, and then we have no idea what the next one will be. So 1, 2, 2. We definitely drink the focus potion. We'll take that with us. This Essence of Darkness we found on floor 1, and it has been with us through the entire time. Kind of like to finish this fight without drinking it. buddy come all the way through. Probably won't happen. I don't think any of these cards are good enough to dupe pot. Focus already. Now, we evoke this for... and I think it's Cold Snap Zap. Get a Frost Orb here with some loops going. Some block force. Oh, ha. Tungsten Rod. Whenever you would lose 1 HP, lose 1 less. Tungsten Rod eliminates Beat of Death. Wow. I knew that, but talking everything else through it slipped my mind. At higher ascensions, Beat of Death is 2. But that's cool. It's kind of fun, but it's not going to matter. It's going to be this upcoming 100 and something point damage that's going to come to us in the next 2 turns. Daze Slime, Moonburn Void. 4 by 15. We are vulnerable, weak, and frail. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. But we'll get that so we can play all these cards. I think I might. So we always want the focus first. I mean, like 99% of the time. I think we Electrodynamics first, and then Glacier, so that we have Frost Orbs in our slots to block this and the next one. Oh man, we got our debuffs off. That goes down to a 3 by 15. It's the standard 2 by 15 and it's 1 strength. The other one was coming from the wall. I mentioned it when we picked it up a long time ago, I think. Scales. Every one of those 15 did 3 damage to the heart. He actually did more damage to himself in that fight, in that attack, than he did to us. Noise. Another defrag. 12, I mean, there's 36. We're never going to see genetic algorithm again, right? And 9 is 45, and Tungsten Rod would take that last one. So there's no reason to play Genetic Algorithm. It's not like we need to make sure it gets increased for the next fight. So we actually, 36, we actually will take like 1 damage here, maybe 2 if I play Darkness. Letter opener went off. It exhausted itself. Well, we took no damage. Look at us go. I think this is Ball Lightning Charge Battery Buffer, and we hope that the big attack comes next turn. We don't need the block damage, but this gives us an energy next turn, which I think is more important than doing 9 damage. Orange Club prompts again, which they're doing. There's a big 24, 38. Focus. Throws the rest of that away next turn. Still full health. Still a buffer charge. Seek. I don't think. 5. Alright. Let's do this first. We have a power, we have a skill, we have an attack. Buffered stack. Five by 15 is 75. We're blocking for We're blocking for 71. So we would take 3 damage here. I don't. We could seep for loop and self-repair. Loop would get our Dark Orb going faster, and it would just get self-repair and loop out of our draw pile. We're trying to get better cards. I think that's what we do. It's increasing the amount of damage we're going to take here, but not significantly. We did lose our buffer stack. Oh, you know what we did? We lost our buffer stack to Beat of Death. Buffer goes first, and then Tungsten Rod. That's a shame. That's a very large number. But we can play that, use it as damage cap, and if we can get that back around, if we can live here, to any. Seven times 15. That's 105. We're at. Full blocking, I think. Next turn. Ooh. Beat of Death has gone up. That must have been a not an ascension thing, but or maybe it starts eventually. 50 with full blocking. Huh. Look at that. Oh. How beautiful would that be? But we're not going to. We're going to zap. We're going to dual cast him for 115. Huh. that was the heart fight. I knew this run was really powerful. By mid-Act 2, I thought we were in really good shape. I was a little bit surprised how easy Dona and Deca went, but I didn't particularly expect this. This deck could have lost this fight. This deck could have lost against Act 2 elites with bad draw. But we didn't get bad draw. We won. Look at that. Special artwork you get to see if you kill the heart. Victory. Here's our score screen. Floors climbed, 56. Killed 16 enemies. That must just be normal hallway fights. That seems low. Exordium is Act 1. We killed 3 elites there. City is Act 2. We killed 2 Act 2 elites. We killed 3 Act 3 elites. We killed all 4 bosses. We acquired 1,447 gold. 2 times we defeated an elite without taking any damage. We got an overkill, deal 99 damage with a single attack. I believe that includes an orb evocation like we did there at the end. We got some points for Ascension 10 and some extra points for beating the heart. I'm not super into scores, but yeah, cool. We get to see the credits, at least show the development team. This is probably my favorite game of all time. Give some credit to them. Now, what has it been done? The spire sleeps. And so shall I. Alright, that was fun. I'm going to make one more quick video later, maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow, and just do a quick recap of the run. I chose to go with the cliffhanger ending with the 3-key door opening at the end of Act 3. This is our run recap. We can look at everything we did. We took 7 damage there. 9 damage against Guardian, 33 against Collector, 1 against Deca. And I'll come back sometime this weekend and we can look at some of this, look at cards, and just talk about my overall feelings about how that run went, which was obviously incredibly well. So I will talk to you all later.